They'll be fighting obstacle courses. They'll be fighting each other. And most worrying of all, they'll be going head-to-head with pure, indestructible evil. The House Robots.
Shunt. Introducing Shunt, a power-packed robot capable of pulling a Land Rover and cleaving all opponents in two with that sharpened steel axe.
Matilda.
Prehistoric Matilda's next up, with hydraulic tusks and a truly lethal chainsaw tail, running at over 3,000 revs per minute.
Sergeant Bash.
Keeping order, Sergeant Bash, featuring a savage circular saw and a flamethrower, certain to leave all opponents hot under the collar.
Dead metal.
And dead metal with the pneumatic pincers and a steel cutting arm. I'm your commentator, Jonathan Pierce, and these are the House Robots.
Now let's see what the competitors have brought along to match that.
First, from Bodmin Community College, Roadblock.
Weighing in at 82.5 kilograms and over 1.45 meters long, all the signs suggest that this is a robot to be reckoned with, carrying a deadly circular saw.
From Maidstone, Kilotron.
Don't let the lurid fluorescent paintwork fool you. Weighing in at 72.2 kilos, powered by two 24-volt wheelchair motors and featuring a mighty pickaxe, Kilotron bound to tickle his opponents more than pink.
From Hagley Roman Catholic High School, Barry.
This school-based engineering project features a pneumatic bulldozer-inspired scoop and is powered from two 24-volt wheelchair motors. Barry packs a real punch and is the heaviest robot in the field.
From Nottingham, Shogun.
Built around a complex chassis featuring two Sinclair C5 motors and a two-stage gearbox, Shogun can achieve a maximum speed of 7 miles an hour, and weapons include a motorised forklift and the honour of the samurai.
From Dublin, Nemesis.
Surrounded by lethal stainless steel spikes and a pneumatic ram, this fur-covered robot isn't as cuddly as it looks. Weighing in at 76.8 kilograms, Nemesis hopes to uphold Celtic honour here on Robot Wars.
From Coventry, Grunt.
Finally, tonight's fastest robot with a top speed of 15 miles an hour, running off two 12-volt wheelchair motors. With a zero turning circle and 3mm ground clearance, Grunt is definitely lean, mean and deadly keen. Back to you, Jeremy.
First, from Gillingham, Uglybot.
With a simple pyramid design to ensure greater stability and maximum defense, weighs in at 71.9 kilograms, runs off two electric wheelchair motors, and this is clearly a robot to look out for.
From London, Scrapper.
Weighing in at 76.5 kilos, Scrapper might not be the fastest robot in the field, but makes up for it with speed and manoeuvrability. Variable motors give an optimum speed of 10 miles an hour and a zero turning circle. That can be crucial.
From Mickfield near Stowmarket, Recycled.
Completely recycled, cost less than £100 to build. Weighs in at 79.5 kilos, certain to give all opponents a licking with his pneumatically driven steel tongue, a reach of over 90 centimetres.
From Dartford Girls Grammar School, Detonator.
This school-designed robot runs off a lawnmower engine and a 12-volt electric motor salvaged from a Vauxhall Cavalier. Weighs in at 52.5 kilos and runs at a steady 4 miles an hour.
From Cambridge University, Mortis.
Carrying a deadly Japanese piercing blade and one of tonight's heaviest robots, weighs in at 78.4 kilos, designed around two 12-volt wheelchair motors, giving an optimum speed of 9 miles an hour.
From Lee City Technology College, Leebot.
Runs off two 24-volt motors and weighs in at 69 kilos. Leebot travels at a maximum speed of 3 miles an hour, fashioned from bulletproof stainless steel. Might not be the fastest and deadliest, but certainly full of surprises.
First, from the University of East London, Cruella.
It features computer-controlled regenerative braking and avoids wheel spin with Formula One-inspired traction control. Cruella weighs in at 81.2 kilograms and boasts a top speed of 15 miles an hour.
From Borden in Hampshire, Blunderbird 1.
Powered by a custom-built 12-volt engine, Blunderbird 1 worships Jerry Anderson. Travels at 7 miles an hour and carries a lethal array of interchangeable weapons pods and deadly design.
From Edmonton, Whizzywin.
Nippy, zippy, and altogether dippy. What you see is what you get with this robot. Weighing in at 10.8 kilograms, this lightweight entry may surprise us all with its amazing acceleration and magnificent manoeuvrability.
From Ipswich, Robot the Bruce.
Don't let the transparent bodywork fool you. There's more to this robot than meets the eye. With a top speed of 4 miles an hour and weighing in at 84.6 kilos, Robot the Bruce is one of tonight's heaviest contenders.
From London, Wedgehog.
Featuring a deadly pickaxe, this middleweight entry clocks a top speed of 4 miles an hour. Wedgehog runs off two 9.6 volt domestic electric drills and weighs in with a power pack 24 kilograms.
From Nuneaton, Dreadnought.
Finally, the fiberglass protected Dreadnought runs off a 12 volt starter motor salvaged from a Morris Marina at 5 miles an hour. Not the fastest robot in the field, but certainly the heaviest, weighing in at 92.6 kilos. And what do you think about it all, Jeremy?
First, from Romford, Vector of Armageddon.
And the riders of the Apocalypse team, driven by two 14.4 volt motors, it has the same speed controller as used for bomb disposal robots.
From Milton Keynes, Crazy Tokyo.
This school-designed robot, Crazy Tokyo, is very light at 3.2 kilograms and apparently is driven by a teddy bear. Has a top speed of 12 miles an hour and a zero turning circle.
From the University of Reading, Cunning Plan.
Designed by a Star Wars fan, but Cunning Plan looks nothing like R2-D2 or as frightening as an Imperial starfighter, a defensive wedge with an aluminium steel shell.
From Billericay, Saturn.
Built by Essex schoolboys, those Saturn pointed horns are made of shelving brackets bolted together, but a turning circle of a sluggish 3 meters could leave these hopes blunted.
From Chetham School, Bugs.
A GCSE school project, the front of Bugs is fashioned as an aluminium ramming wedge. And at 40 centimetres, Bugs is the tallest robot in our starting lineup.
From London, the Demolisher.
With licensed stealth technology so undetectable by enemy radar, the Demolisher's obviously too quick for its own good. Quickest in the field at 40 miles an hour and also the smallest at an itsy-bitsy 60 centimetres. Back to you, Jeremy.
First, from Biggleswade, Warthog.
Lemon yellow and driven by an electric 24-watt wheelchair control unit. Has a huge turning circle of 2 meters and a ground clearance of only... That'll be enough.
From Ludlow, Psycho Sprout.
A truly unique design. A 3-foot fiberglass sphere that rolls along through gravity. Weighing in at 24.3 kilograms, and of course it has zero ground clearance.
From Gloucester, Body Hammer.
A copper-coloured cone, looks a little bit like a coal scuttle, powered by four 18-volt domestic drill motors, weighing in at 78.9 kilograms, quite heavy, but also quite nippy at 9 miles an hour.
From Haverfordwest, Talk of the Devil.
A witty name and a witty frame. Sculpted out of fiberglass, Talk of the Devil weighs in at 57.9 kilos and powered by a 12-volt electric motor.
From Worcester, Reality.
This looks like an alien UFO, complete with coloured flashing lights and a siren. It's powered by 6 90-watt motors and has hardened steel spikes.
From Morden, Full Metal Anorak.
And the final competitor, wedge-shaped, comes equipped with that garish grin and a tyre-cutting blade. Only 28.5 kilos, but at 12 miles an hour could be the fastest here tonight, Jeremy.
First, from Oxford, Scarab.
A durable-looking robot weighing in at 86.3 kilograms, Scarab utilises 2 suspension springs salvaged from a 1923 vintage car.
From Mitcham, the Blob.
Covered in graffiti, but determined to make a clean name for itself and a clear run at speeds of up to 15 miles an hour, but in practice it's been a lot slower and more ponderous than that.
From King Edward VI Grammar School, Tracy.
Might have a girl's name, but nothing ladylike about our Tracy, made of welded steel with deadly spikes and a very low centre of gravity, only 20 centimetres high.
From Enfield, Elvis.
Yes, the king is alive and protected by a pneumatic expanding rivet ram at the front and a body shell which gyrates just like Elvis the Pelvis.
From Sutton, Prince of Darkness.
This homemade robot weighs in at 27.2 kilograms and runs off 2 14.4 volt drill motors. Not the most aesthetically pleasing robot, but certainly powerful.
From Maidenhead, Eubank the Mouse.
Driven by two 12-volt wheelchair motors, this nippy rodent travels at 15 miles an hour and threatens all opponents with a mean right hook, left cross combination. Those the final 6 contenders to show their mettle in Robot Wars. Back to you, Jeremy.